Good evening, class. Thank you for joining me. Tonight, we'll be talking about everyone's favorite dinner, steak. Growing up, I looked forward to steak night at my house, but it wasn't until I tried one at a restaurant that I really found out what I was missing. My dad, much like many other home cooks, didn't really understand steak temperatures, so everything came out well done. Once I tried a steak cooked properly, I couldn't go back to eating well done. Alright, so when we talk about steak, what exactly are we talking about? Today, we're talking about beef steak. In America, the most popular types of cattle for this are Holstein and Angus, pictured here. In recent years, there's been an introduction to Wagyu, high-quality beef from Japan. They now have American Wagyu, which is a hybrid between the Japanese Wagyu and the Angus cow, which is growing in popularity. But typically, you're going to find the Angus in your grocery store. Now, where do these steaks come from on the cow? Here we have the different cuts of on the cow. So most of the steaks we eat, ribeye, New York strip, tenderloin, are going to come from the rib and the short loin. Another popular cut is sirloin, which is going to come from the sirloin back here. Most of the meat in the chuck and the round is going to end up going to ground beef and the stew. And then you have the brisket flanks, which you can get some cuts of steak and different stuff. Now, what do we look for when we're picking out a steak? When you go to the store and look in the case, you see many different cuts of different qualities. The first thing you should take notice of is the color of the meat. While many think the dull red looking color is a sign of less fresh meat, it's actually a misconception. The dull red color comes from the myoglobin, which is traditionally what people think is blood in the steak. When it's not holding oxygen, it has a duller, darker color. Now, when the myoglobin starts to hold oxygen, it gets that bright red color, and when it starts to absorb water, it kind of turns steak grayish, and that's when they really start to go bad. So now that we have a fresh steak, what else are we looking for? So marbling is the next thing we're going to be looking for. In America, the USDA grades beef into 3 different categories: select, choice, and prime. So marbling here is intermuscular fat woven through the muscle fibers. As you can see, the select has little to no marbling at all, where the prime has a lot of marbling throughout. So the prime's obviously going to be the highest grade. That's going to cost you more money, but it is going to give you a better tasting steak at the end of the day. All right, now that we've got a fresh, well-marbled piece of meat, it's time to talk about temperature. There's multiple ways to cook a steak, from broiling it, pan-searing, grilling, sous vide. The thing we're trying to achieve is the same. We're trying to achieve a good sear on the outside and juicy, tender meat on the inside. To have a steak tender and juicy means we have to cook it properly. This picture here shows the different temperatures you can cook a steak to, from rare, medium, medium well, and well done. As you can see in the rare, it has a red, almost looking raw center. And then the well done is grainy and dry and gray. So the temperatures here are 125, 135, 145, 155, and 165. Now, I know a lot of people are hesitant to try steak because of the safety concerns with it. This is from the USDA, and it shows the safe temperatures for cooking meat. As you can see, chicken has a well-done temperature of 165, and that's kind of non-negotiable. Pork and beef, however, those can be cooked at different temperatures depending on your taste and liking. As you can see, 165 is well done, 135 medium rare, which is what we're looking for. In an experiment done by Max Amici, he demonstrates the different weight loss of a steak from well done and medium rare. As you can see, the well done steak lost more than 13.5% compared to the medium rare steak. So that means not only are you losing all that juice and flavor, you're losing weight and money. So time and money. By cooking steaks well done, you're going to lose out on both. As Max Amici experiment showed us, using the sous vide technique, which is the most general way to cook steaks, the well done lost a lot more moisture. When you're cooking a steak at a different method, using higher heat, such as broiling, pan-searing, grilling, those results are more exaggerated, and you can lose up to 20% more in a well-done steak as compared to medium rare. So not only are you losing your flavor in the steak, you're losing weight, which means you're just throwing away 20% of your money. Not only that, cooking a well-done steak takes 2 to 3 times as long as a medium rare. That means if you cook 15 steaks a year, you'll spend between 2.5 to 3 hours longer cooking the steaks. Not only will you be losing time and money, but your steaks will be dry and chewy. While Chewie might be the best Star Wars character, that's not something we want to describe our steak. We want our steak to be tender and juicy. This is what we're looking for when you cook a steak. A good sear, a nice warm red center. This being cooked medium rare will bring out the best in the steak for you. Class, if you're one of the people that eats well done steak, next time try it medium well and work your way down to medium rare. You won't regret it.